Hey guys, this is Damien. Most of the time, a lot of this stuff I find, I take it back to the places where I got it from. Uh, a lot of this is that stuff I put in that video with the patina. But I was going to take a bunch of stuff back tomorrow. But while I had this stuff here, I thought about a few more things I can kind of show examples of while I got it here. And number one, I just want to say, just reiterate uh, the patina on this stuff. It all looks kind of generally the same color, but underneath that stuff is several different colors of chert, stuff like that. It's just over time, this is what it looks like, you know. Uh, and I think this stuff here is among the oldest stuff around. I don't think it's the oldest, but I think it's up there. But just looking at this stuff and looking at some more modern stuff, you can see that a lot of the same traditions and stuff never died out. Obviously, you talk about the faces. All these still got the faces and everything. And this one here is a little different because this is something older that's been reworked, and it's old and it got a bunch of patina on it. Somebody picked it up and made another tool out of it. And you can kind of see that. But same deal here, where you just took a cobble out of the creek or something that already had a bunch of patina or cortex growing on it or whatever, worked it off there. But I like to say, they stuck with this stuff through a long period of time. This stuff here is way older than this stuff here. And this is my problem, is this really old stuff is just not getting recognized here. And I can't remember if I said it in a video before or what, but this stuff here in Europe or Africa, these are million-year-old artifacts. And since these came from Kentucky, they have to be natural, apparently. But as I say, you can see the work that's been done under the patina on a lot of them. Some of them are worn pretty smooth, but a lot of times you can see the same kind of work. Now, it's not flint knapping as we know it, but just the older techniques, like this right here. Well, just keep looking around the internet. You'll see this stuff. You'll see this exact stuff from Europe with labels on it, and I'm talking lower Paleolithic old stuff. But United States of America rocks. It's just fucking crazy. But anyway, same stuff, man, over and over. And you see that? That looks more like napping, but still, again, these are just older techniques that they were doing, and I think this stuff kind of tells us a lot more information than just the lithic aspect of it. You can kind of go around, and when you see places with different patina, and that's kind of what I want to do in part of this video. I got some more stuff here from a different place that looks damn old. It's just not damn old like that stuff. Found in sort of same conditions, sort of the same area, different watershed, but same kind of situation. So it's easy to say that this stuff is quite a bit older than that stuff. But anyway, another thing you're going to see is, if you look closely at the faces and stuff, you'll see a lot more primitive looking faces on this stuff here than you will on the, as this stuff, the patina starts to get more dull. You don't see as many primate looking faces like that. You know what I mean? And you can see that, see the tool marks there, you can see where that's worked. It's just, and man, 9 out of 10 artifact people are going to tell you every bit of this stuff's natural. Boggles my mind. But anyway, you see it. I show this stuff all day. You know, people ain't always going to see these very obvious faces. I don't know why, but there you go, half portrait. And you know, these half portraits, really kind of about as common as it gets. You know, there you go. And they'll tell you that that's natural. I mean, they will, because that patina right there is clearly way older than 12,000–15,000 years old. Because I got 12,000–15,000 year old artifacts. I can show you what they look like too. This stuff here is just old. It is. And this is the reason that these guys want to know why people follow pseudoscience. Well, this is why. Because we can easily walk out and prove to ourselves that your story isn't true. You know, why would we follow mainstream science that us as amateurs can easily prove is full of shit? I mean, but anyway, a lot of people will. A lot of people will follow right along with that, but that's not us. That's not how we do it. And anyway, it's a problem. But anyway, there's that stuff. Let me throw some of this stuff out to kind of show you what I'm talking about changes you start seeing. And I don't know, like I tell you, I don't know how old any of this stuff is. But
Are you making?
yes, but what you start to notice is, you know, just like the progression around the world in lithics, you start to see new techniques start popping up with the less patina you got. And, I'll bring a few of them out here and I'll kind of show you what I'm talking about and give some examples. But you'll see some things that they started doing in this stuff that they haven't been doing yet in this stuff. And I'm not sure if I even pronounce these words correctly, but I mean, you're going to try to say them. There's just different things, different lithic techniques and stuff that people are doing. You can read about them. Because I'm not schooled in this stuff. I just know that you start seeing stuff in these that wasn't in that stuff, and then you find newer looking stuff, and you start seeing even more newer things start popping up. And you even see, for a while, you kind of see that, and it depends on the site really, but sometimes you can see where the artwork and stuff made advancement too. And I'm just trying to pull mostly flint out of here, but I've got all kinds of stones that came together, and all of it together you can kind of make the whole story out of. Now you start seeing, like, you're not going to see a lot of conglomerates and stuff in this stuff here, and you get into this and you will, you know, you'll see it a lot, like they wanted to do that. And some of it's even like skillfully fashioned where, you know, the limestone part of it is more for hafting the tool, and then the chert part of it is the tool itself, you know, where you know, they used the different parts of the conglomerate as what they were good for. Some of it's like really well thought out, but like I say, you just start noticing newer things pop up where people have different ideas and stuff. And you start seeing a lot of this type of flaking right here, where they work from the center of the piece and just knocked flakes off from the center. That, you know, it's not on all of them. A lot of this stuff looks a lot like that stuff, but this is kind of where I start seeing it in as far as you know, timeline this stuff based mostly up on the patina. And like I say, this is all guesswork. I'm not a scientist. I don't have education in this stuff. This is just me trying to use common sense, and I could be wrong, but if something fits, then usually, like I've had a lot of things, that theories and stuff like that in the past, that I've proved wrong, and I believe them wholeheartedly, but I've proved them wrong to myself. Some things, after a while, when you realize I can't prove this wrong, then you may be onto something. And that's one thing I can't prove myself wrong on yet, is kind of, basing the age of this stuff on the patina. I always take into consideration this stuff coming out of stronger water is going to have more patina and this and that, but just as a whole, really, you see that face? It's a pretty nice piece there. But another thing you notice coming from this stuff to this stuff is you see a lot more animal shapes in this stuff here. And the birds are always there, but you see a lot more animal shapes. And like, it seems like the newer it gets, the more they just kind of lean towards keeping the faces on there. Obviously the birds are always still there too, but the faces is the main thing that they held true to. And guys, this stuff here, this is old. I mean, this is real old. But that stuff there is even older. And this stuff is old, no doubt. This stuff's old. But I'm talking about a major difference here in age and technology. And technology. There's major differences. And like I say, when you start getting into the rocks and see a whole other aspect of it, the patina isn't that much different. You see that? But the patina isn't that much different, but you see progression in the tools. You see where the tools became more effective. And I don't have any of the rocks, I don't think, handy with me that came with this stuff, but I could show you examples of that too, really, of how all that stuff made progression. And this could have been the same group of people. I'm not saying like this the exact same people. I'm saying these guys could have moved out of this spot, and this spot here is probably 60 miles away. This may have been their descendants that did this. I don't know. I don't know anything about how people migrated in out here in Kentucky, but I just know that you see a lot of the same things in lots of places, and so you see different levels of patina on stuff, and it's just the more you sit here and look at this stuff and pay attention to things. That's that. But the more you pay attention to things, the more you really kind of start to figure things out. Now, I've talked about that before, and I think it's a pretty decent example of it. I call trunk over the hole, just as our hashtag in our group, but where you'll see, some type of pachyderm, mammoth, mastodon, whatever, and the hole is the area separating the trunk and the body. Now, that's not the best example I've got, obviously, but it's really common, and just about every piece, a lot of the pieces that you find with holes in them, you're gonna see that theme on them. I don't have it going on there, but anyway, it happens. I'll show examples as I see them, I guess. But I guess I really don't have a whole lot more to say about this stuff. Just that, We got people telling us that this stuff's natural, and man, there's just too much. There's too much. Too many faces. There's too many typological things happening over and over. And human beings did this. And a lot of us want to hear the truth. So, anyway, that's about all I got. Have a great day.